minutes after 9 o'clock. It's time to learn about gadgets. Jim George is here, and we know him affectionately as Professor Gadget, and that's why we have that theme song there, stealing from the cartoon. And Jim is here to answer your questions about your cable TV, maybe antenna for your TV, maybe an idea for a gift as we enter the gift-giving season. Anything works. The number is 622-9622. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
How are you?
Or anything that doesn't work.
I didn't turn the microphone on. Now it works. Yeah. Do you remember, as a kid, getting any gadgets for Christmas?
I always got things that had to be assembled, yes, because in those days we had Heathkit, and many of your listeners know what a Heathkit is. So it was like a Radio Shack on steroids.
Yes, I think I remember this.
And you could buy a volt-o-meter, and you could buy a fan, and you assembled it yourself.
You could build a radio transmitter. I remember that one.
Yep, build anything you wanted to.
And it broadcast like to the living room or something.
And I don't even know if that's even possible today. I don't know of all the things I do every day and all the places I buy from. I don't even know if there's an organization that does that anymore, which means we're raising a whole generation that has never tinkered. You got to be a tinkerer.
That's a good point. Yes, you have to be a tinkerer to be an adult fix-it guy.
I mean, I talk to we have neighbors, and I'll go see them, and they'll say to my wife, "You're so fortunate that your husband can do something. My husband does nothing.
Oh, that's too bad.
He can't fix the lawnmower. He can't fix the refrigerator. He can't do anything. We have to pay for everything there is." So I'm constantly changing the head on the hose. The head on the hose, let's say, got run over by the car. You got to cut it off and put a new one on. He can't do that.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh,
my gosh.
That is a little bit too much. So, Robin, did girls get gadgets? Did you, as a girl, did you get, electronic stuff? What would be, when we were young, there wasn't, I don't know what you might have got. I don't know.
No, I never got gadgets, but my brother would get gadgets, and he wasn't.
See, that's what I mean. It was a guy thing, wasn't it?
And
but girls got dolls, though. You changed the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there was one time that he got a engine for an automobile. Well, he wasn't interested in that at all. So I put it together, and then you could push the button, and you could see the pistons going up and down and stuff. So it wasn't.
See, we missed we had the wrong mindset back in those days. I think we fixed that though, didn't we?
Hey, we are raising.
You had a daughter. Did you buy your daughter?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, from the day they could literally pick up things and hand it to me, they were on the job site.
How many children?
All of my daughters can do everything.
You just have daughters, no sons?
Right.
But you have a grandson, though.
I have a grandson, but he's in North Carolina. But when he comes down, I'm going to teach him how to be a tinkerer.
How old is he now?
Almost 2 years, 2 months.
This is when you start.
Born in July.
This is when you start the tinkering. What are you going to give him to tinker with?
Well, right now he has one of those little small plastic, screwdrivers and hammer sets. I tell him, throw that away. He needs a real hammer and a real screwdriver. He needs to take the doorknobs off. Don't you remember when you... we took doorknobs off. We did everything.
Oh, I remember taking apart my lock in my door, and it was like springs and things, and I never put it back together.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The day we moved, 1972, it was still off.
Oh, so your dad didn't yell at you for?
I don't even think he knew. I put the face on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never put the guts back in there.
Well, I'm sure the callers could have some stories to tell us.
I have somebody on the phone right now. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. That kit that they said that they were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Even though Radio Shack went bankrupt, they still want 140.
Yeah.
That's still open, and they sell that kit still.
They do.
Kits to tinker with.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they sell all kinds of little motors and that stuff that you can put in those boards.
Oh, that's neat.
So is it in a Radio Shack store? You're saying, or you're saying?
Yes, Radio Shack 140. That's the only one that's left open.
Okay.
Oh, in the Ocala
At the
Shopping
Staples
Center.
Plaza.
Yeah, I know there's one in Gainesville. I see it all the time there on Archer. All right, well, thank
I've seen
you.
those boards there.
Thank you.
My favorite gadget when I was a kid was a walkie-talkie. I loved walkie-talkies. Don't know why.
I like the periscope thing that you could look over fences. I thought that was
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yes, I remember that.
Yes, guys, we like that. Yeah.
Yeah, except there was never anybody on the other side of the fence.
No.
You see Mrs. McCauley. I don't want to see Mrs. McCauley.
No.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, Hugh.
Hey, these large stores that have large appliance centers, especially TV centers, and you come in these stores any time of the day, and you see 100 TV sets that are on, and they probably go on when the store opens up, if it's not open all 24 hours, and they probably stay on until 11 or midnight when they go. And then every once in a while, they'll have a sale on display TV sets that have been running for many, many hours for maybe, I don't know, up to 6 months or longer. What is your take on buying a TV like that? Is that thing pretty well spent out, or is there still some life left? Because you can get a good deal on a set, you know.
No, no problem whatsoever. They're made for like hundreds of thousands of hours of play. You know, there's always that one set that's like that one car we call it the Lemon Act. You know, there's always that one that will go bad on you. I've got a person that's actually replaced their power supply and their TV 3 times. Luckily, it was under warranty when they bought it. They bought an extended warranty, so when it went bad, they got another year warranty. And they just kept getting another year. But that same model, that same make, if you go online, has no problems.
What would be your take on, let's see, okay, you buy a TV set, 50-inch or whatever, and you watch it probably, let's say, 5 hours a day. What would you say the lifetime on the average would be for a TV like that? 5 years, 10, or what?
Oh, at least 5 or 10. But if you have if it's an LCD or an LED, the LCD or the plasmas are the ones you want. At least 10 years. But they do go bad. I mean, nothing lasts forever. You know, it's made in some place you can't pronounce.
Would you say, in other words, then, does it make any difference how long you run the TV every day, or if you left it on all the time, would it be about the same thing?
Yeah, it'd be about the same thing. It's you know, certain light bulbs have life expectancy based on off time. Other light bulbs have life expectancy based on leaving it on. So most malls never turn their lights off because the bulbs don't go bad if they're on all the time, where the problem is on and off, on and off. So the TVs are almost the same way. I know in some households I've been in, like visiting friends and neighbors, they get up in the middle of the night and the TV's still on. They just leave it on. Don't turn it off.
Yeah, I know a lot of places. If you go to these sports bars that have, you know, it seems like dozens of TV sets, so they're watching every football game or race in the world, more or less. And they run those things the minute they open up till 2 or 3 in the morning, and you see the same set there for many, many years, and it looks almost like it's brand new. So it's an amazing the lifetime of television nowadays.
Yes, nope, they'll last for a long, long time. Nothing lasts forever, but. I think about 5 years ago, I bought my Samsung from Sears, and I told everybody about it. And it still looks brand new to the day. I mean, it comes on, works perfect, everything is, you know. So, I don't think there's a problem.
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, speaking of Samsung, you see that big TV behind you?
Yeah.
That's going to one of our listeners.
Great.
Yep.
It's 55 inches, and that's all I know about it.
It's
Okay.
an LED, it says, so I looked on the side when Jim was talking about LED and
So,
LCD.
do you get a lot of calls from people who get new TVs to program them and all that stuff?
Yeah, and that's the problem. I mean, they are not easy to program.
No?
You would, we deal with the over 55 crowd like it on Top of the World and Ocala Palms and everything. And we go to their house and they'll say, can you show me how to use this? And it takes me about 30 minutes to figure out myself. Okay, is it under menu? No. Is it under source? No. I mean, where do I get the settings
Yeah,
at?
right.
Where is it at? You know, and then you finally find it, and then you do the settings, and so it's not easy. But once it's set up, it's set up.
Yeah, I have one, and I really, I haven't even been able to hook up my DVD player because I go through all that stuff and I look at the book on the DVD player, and it's an old DVD player, so I don't even know if it's compatible. So, I just click
But
it on for
it's
TV.
it's easy enough to do when you're young because you've grown up with 2 thumbs. You know,
Yeah, like
and-
my son.
You know,
Right,
and,
right,
you
right.
Daughter
know,
and son, they
and
can
that's
do
what
all that.
remote controls are. You know, you just use your little thumb. You know, but when you grow up in our age with typewriters and you got to find the A and find the B, like my daughter when she texts, her finger never comes off the screen. She just goes and the word takes. I said, how is that? You got to lift your finger. No, they just move it in the word, and
Wow.
so they'll text whole long sentences and paragraphs with their finger never coming off the screen.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Gosh.
All right, we have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning. with some of the TVs and also some of the handheld appliances, I bought the extended warranty.
Yes.
And one time the TV went out, call the guy up, and he takes it out and he looks at it. He's on the floor, runs an extension cord, plugs it in. I don't know what he did to it, but yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
So he writes out a ticket to me to go get a new one.
Yes.
Wow.
We're in that throwaway society.
We don't fix anything anymore.
No, throwaway
the same
society.
thing with the handheld vacuum. It just wouldn't charge or whatever. I don't know. But you can't really take it apart to find out.
Yeah.
So I went to an appliance store. Guess what? They took it, tossed it in the garbage, and you'll be getting one in the mail.
Yes.
The one I got in the mail has been working great for over a year now. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Labor is more than the parts. It costs more
Well,
for labor than it
I
does
guess,
to replace
but
it.
still, you wonder. Then the one gentleman, I asked him about the TV. He says, well, the way it's put together, you can't take it apart. The only thing you can get at is some components near the bottom or where the channel selector is in that thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's it.
Yeah, many of them are all epoxied together. You can't get them apart.
Well, anyway, this is the experience I have.
So, do you have any Radio Shack or Heathkit experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Radio Shack one time was Scientific America.
Yeah.
I went and bought a kit for a radio-controlled plane, but all it did was fluctuate the rudder. And you had this thing that looked like you're getting ready to operate Frankenstein or something, the radio control box.
Yeah.
All it did was just move the rudder back and forth.
Unbelievable.
It worked, but wasn't as much fun as the stuff they have out there today where the planes fly overhead and drop bombs and everything else. The landing gear go up and down.
Well, now you need to buy a drone for yourself.
I thought that's what I call them remote control planes.
Yeah.
Now they're called drones.
Yeah.
Now they're illegal.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a nice weekend, everybody.
Thank you, you too.
All right, we will take a little break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident on this Friday of beauty with sunshine. Our high 77 to 81. Friday night will be clear to partly cloudy. Lows ranging from 50 in the coolest inland spots to about 60 along the coast. For Saturday, another sunny, beautiful day. The breeze will pick up, the high 78 to 82. For Sunday, noticeably cooler despite sunshine. Highs in the mid to upper 60s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
It may be November to you, but it's officially Christmas at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. They're stocked up with all the freshest, greenest Christmassy stuff you can imagine. Like gorgeous budded and blooming Christmas cactus, many sizes and hanging baskets starting at just $3.99. And how about those florist quality foil wrap poinsettias? They've got fascinating new colors like Love You Pink, Ice Punch, Winter Rose, all sizes with prices starting at just $3.99. Also great for the holidays, those red ruffle ever blooming azaleas, still just $3.99. Finally, Bob Wines has thousands of camellias, including their famous heirloom camellias, all budded and blooming, regularly $19.99. They're just $15 each when you buy 2 or more. See all that's new at BobWinesCameliaGardens.net. Then get there, Southeast 38th Street, daily till 4, Saturdays till 2. And this year, it'll be a Christmas like no other.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at AutomaxOcala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
You've got got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
All right, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jim George is here, Professor Gadget. If you have a question about a gadget, we invite you to call. The number is 622-9622. And I would like you to answer the question Tish just asked, because it sounds like we would all be interested in this. She had a question for you.
Well, yeah, she was saying that she saw an ad for an antenna, a device, looks like a ruler, that you screw onto the back of your TV. And I said, yes, it's basically just like rabbit ears, but instead of being multiple planes, that is having dipoles, two dipoles that you adjust, it's got a little antenna built into this ruler-looking device, and you screw it on. So anything within 30, 40 miles, you'll get a channel. But if it's long, but more than that, you'd have to do what Doug did, which is go outside your house with one of those rotor type antennas.
And he gets signals from as far away as Tampa. So.
Oh yes, yeah, that thing is strong.
I'm going to get one of those.
Yeah.
When I can afford to, I'm going to get one, then drop my cable. I got the most basic cable you can get until you get yours all loaded up.
Well, my wife yelled at me last night. She said, "When are you going to launch? Because I'm tired of paying this cable bill." and I said, "Well, I had a meeting yesterday
It's Shoemaker. It's
with
Shoemaker
some parts, with the parts people, and they still claim that I can get on the air, between now and January, be more like middle January." I said, "Fine, I can't wait. I'm going to launch with 100 channels. Actually, it'd be about 120 channels."
Oh, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
By the way, this is going back a few conversations ago. The world's longest lasting light bulb, the Centennial light in California, has been burning since 1901. The only time it went off was when there was a power interruption because of failure.
Yeah.
Power failure.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And so that just speaks to your point that if you leave it on, it'll last longer than if it's on
they do.
and off.
They last longer. Yeah, most malls, Walmart, they leave the lights on 24 hours a day. Never turn them off. Mm-hmm. Those bulbs will last longer being turned on than they will being turned on and off.
Did you ever walk through a grocery store and you're like the first one in that aisle for a while, and the lights come on in the frozen food stuff, and they come on when they know you're showing up?
I've heard the singing in the rain.
Yes. Cool, I like that one too.
Larry, you showed me that to go into the frozen food section, and all of a sudden the lights come on.
Have you seen this with
cool.
lights come on?
I have. But to get back to light bulbs, I don't want people to think that they should leave the light bulbs on, because the stores aren't concerned about the electricity as much as they are about the maintenance of getting a ladder in there, getting up, changing the bulbs, putting the ladder away. That labor is actually more than their electric bill.
Wow.
So they just leave them on.
Let's go back to the telephone. Looks like somebody's calling in. We still call it a telephone? Just a phone?
We do.
Just a phone? Good morning. You're on the air
tell
with
somebody. Might as well tell the
Yeah,
phone.
good morning. The reason for the lights going on and off in the freezer is about keeping the freezer cold. Because if those lights stay on all the time, it's sort of trying to defrost the freezer while it's trying to be cold.
There you go.
Okay, that's a good explanation. Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. So technology and gadgets. This is the time of year if you're buying a gadget. So any recommendations? Things?
Well, I was thinking, a lot of people complain about the heat when it's hot, and we are in Florida. You may have seen them, but you may not have paid attention to them. A lot of truck drivers have fans on their dash. Mm-hmm. It's just like a beanbag bottom, and you just set it there.
I love that.
And it's got a fan,
I
and you
should do
plug it
that.
into your cigarette lighter, and it's constantly blowing, air. And I know that one of my guys that I work with has one, and I've driven with him several times. And although his air conditioner works, he likes the air movement, not blowing at his chest, but more like around his head.
Right.
Now,
right.
in my car where I have rear air, I just turn the rear air on and I face it front. Because that way it blows up to the front. So I have air flowing to me and air behind me. But very inexpensive. Those things are probably $9, maybe less. You could get them anywhere, just about any electronic place, probably Sears, every place, Walmart. But, a good gift would be a Dash fan.
Oh,
That
that's
is a
great
good idea. Yeah, I love that. And you know what? You just reminded me that when you go to a truck stop,
Yep.
there's a lot of gifts in there that you might not get anywhere else.
And that's a gadget place.
That is
yeah,
a
that
gadget.
is.
Yeah. Usually it's communication gadgets, right?
Yeah.
And comfort gadgets.
Yeah, especially a CB radio. CB radios went out years ago, but not with truckers. They love those CB radios. They talk to each other all down the road.
I actually have one. Robin gave me one. I
you go.
need to hook it up, though.
Hook it up.
After we hit the cow, I took it out of that car. And
Say, Roger, old codger. This is,
I know. When somebody saw the CB in my car, they said, how is it possible you still have a CB? I just got the CB.
Yeah.
I haven't had it all these years. It's still new. I love it.
No, CB is a good thing. It's a great communication piece.
I think so.
When I first got it, I was using it a lot to listen, not to say much. And I was going down the interstate, and I heard them say something to the effect that there was a policeman hiding in the bushes or something.
Yeah.
And I looked for him, and sure enough, there he was.
Yep.
It's like, whoa. These guys saw him in there. I couldn't even see him in there.
Yeah. They're paying attention, those truckers. I like it because a lot of times there's an accident up ahead. You have no idea if it's a 5-minute wait or a 2-hour wait. Then you'll see the trucker slowly pulling over to the right side, slowly getting off at the next. They know they've been communicating that it's too long of a wait. Get off and go around it.
But you know what Galen turned me on to was this app called
Waze.
Waze, W-A-Z-E.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll tell you when there's traffic up ahead.
Right, but there's nothing better than having an eyewitness up there talking.
That, yeah, that too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, it's you again. I just got a quick observation I want to bring in front of you guys. It's kind of interesting. We got family up in Wisconsin, and they've got a cottage way up in northern Wisconsin. Of course, in the summertime, they go up several times and enjoy the climate up there. But in the wintertime, in the fall, they lock the place up and drain the water. And they've got several TV sets and all kind of electrical stuff up there. And I know for a fact that in that cottage during the wintertime, they can get down to 10 to 15 below zero. But when they go up there back in late spring, they turn everything on like nothing was wrong. It just goes right on and works. It's unbelievable.
Yes. So you're basically saying that, if I understand you, that the electronics today are not affected by the cold. Is that what you're saying?
It must be, but even one of the TV sets is not. It's a little on the older side, but it goes through these winters up there, and I know it gets very cold inside. If it's 20 below outside, it's got to be at least 10 below inside, and they go back up to. We go back up in the springtime and turn on the on button, and away she goes like nothing was wrong.
Yeah. Well, if they're plugged in, chances are, there is some heat being generated if it's plugged in. It's just not lighting the picture tube. So you're right. It's electronics are staying active.
Yeah, they turn the water off and drain, and then the electricity also is turned off in the winter time.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing that all this stuff spends that cold winter up there, and it works like nothing was ever wrong with it.
Yep, that sounds great. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Always fun, always too fast, and enjoy. Have a great Thanksgiving, Jim.
Oh, thank you. I plan to. So Friday is the day after Thanksgiving, so we'll be here, right?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you'll be here.
Be here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
I'll bring drumsticks.
Are you,
Okay.
are you going to be at Light Up Ocala tomorrow?
I am. Light up Ocala tomorrow.
So tomorrow I'll have the video camera. Robin will ask you a left field question.
Oh, boy. All right.
That'll be fun.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. President-elect Trump's